Welcome back to another episode of Stoked on Spokes. Today is a van build video. In the last van build video, we finished up with the bed frame and installed the sliding doors for the garage for our bikes. In today's video, we will be finishing up the garage, installing some walls, and adding more storage to the van. With the sliding door for the bikes finished in the garage, it was time to install some walls. Now, a lot of people install two drawers in their garage for easier access to things in the deeper part of the garage, and that might be something that we do later in the build, but for now we wanted to keep it simple. We'll probably use huge bins on the right hand side to keep everything organized. Finishing the garage was just a question of adding this beadboard to both sides and getting the cutouts right so that it would fit along the frame of the bed. After that, we took a thin piece of 1/4 inch birch and added that to essentially separate the garage with the living space. Oh, finished garage. Now the garage was done and it looked great, but the beadboard is not the best place to add things like hooks to hang our gear, helmets, things like that. So I added 2 strips on each side of 3/4 inch birch to act as studs, so I can hang hooks that can support bags, helmets, and anything you need to hang. This I think is very important as it keeps your garage looking neat, tidy. Of course there's going to be days when it's going to be messy, but for the most part everything has a spot, everything has a hook. After finishing the garage, we could start on the cubbies, which would give us more storage in our living space. It would also give Vida a place for her food and water bowls and things like her leash, harness, extra dog things basically. You could see here with the blue painter's tape essentially what we wanted to look like. Then it was just a matter of cutting the boards and fitting them into place. And this might sound easier than it is. It's actually very difficult. One of the hardest process we found in the van, because every board has to be cut to size. You cannot cut a uniform size and expect it to fit in the middle of the van, and the same size and expect it to fit along the side. It was difficult at first getting them to fit, but we just used a technique where we would slide a piece in, mark both ends that are popping out of the frame with a pencil, and then draw a straight diagonal line connecting the dots, which we would then cut that line off. Yeah, that diagonal really helps. Wow, this is looking great.
26, which could be his head bouncing as he steps out of my life.
Such a sentimental way to groove.
The Ford Transit also has a huge indentation along both sides of the bed if you do a raised platform, we decided to use up that space by adding a super simple to make little shelf along the bed. We did this with a 2x3 and a small thin piece of birch plywood. It was something that we thought of while we were building the van. It was never a plan to put it in, but we're really pleased with how it came out, and it was super simple to execute. I will be sleeping on the right hand side of the bed, and I am a huge advocate of sleeping with a water bottle. I always wake up and drink water, so very happy that this worked out. Water bottle will fit right there in between the mattress and the shelf. Before finishing up the cubbies, we started tackling the beadboard walls. And try to get it centered so that and then we were done. This is what it looks like. It does look very similar to what we had planned out with the painter's tapes, and we're very pleased with it. After that, we were starting to add the bedroom storage and the other wall on the opposite side of the wall that we just added. The bedroom storage is going to be where we keep our clothes, and again, it takes time, it takes effort, and it takes just trial and error to put in these boards. Every piece of the van, every segment of it measures differently. The middle is definitely different than the back, and so forth. So it requires a lot of running back and forth to the van, back to the jigsaw, to the van, back to the jigsaw. Definitely something that requires patience, but it's well worth it in the end. While I was doing that, Jordan was covering the Easy Cool or exposed Easy Cool, which is what we used to insulate the van, with fabric. This gives it a really good finished look that we both really enjoy. And that is the end of this episode. We only have a few major projects left, and the van will be ready to go in June. So we're super excited to share that with you guys, and then eventually give you the van tour once it's all done. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful in any way, make sure to hit that like button and let me know. And if you enjoy content like this, consider subscribing. Thank you guys so much for watching, and of course for all your support. I will see you guys in the next one. Till then, remember to stay stoked on spokes. Coming together.
It's crazy. I'm gonna feel so proud when we're done.
done now.
Oh yeah.
Like, I just got this sense of like, fuck, we literally built this from nothing.
Oh yeah.
That's so crazy.
It's awesome. And we have no construction experience.
Oh.
Now we do, I guess. It looks pretty sweet. Wow.
It looks so beautiful.
Yeah.